When people hear the word manipulation, they imagine something obvious, lies, pressure, aggression. But real manipulation is quiet. It doesn't force you, it guides you. Manipulation works by shaping how you see a situation before you even think about it. It doesn't change your decision directly, it changes the frame around the decision. And once the frame is set, your brain does the rest on its own. Your brain wants to save energy. Thinking deeply costs effort. Questioning takes time. Doubt feels uncomfortable. So your brain looks for shortcuts. It trusts confidence. It trusts familiarity. It trusts emotions over facts. Manipulation works because it speaks the brain's favorite language, simplicity and certainty. When something feels right, your brain often stops checking whether it actually is right. Emotion is the fastest way in. Fear makes you obedient. Guilt makes you compliant. Praise makes you lower your guard. A manipulated message rarely sounds logical. It sounds emotional. You're the only one who understands me. If you cared, you would do this. Everyone else agrees. Once emotion is triggered, logic arrives late. By the time your rational mind speaks, the decision has often already been made. One of the smartest manipulation techniques is giving you a choice that isn't really a choice. Two options. Both leading to the same outcome. Your brain feels in control because it chose something, but the direction was decided long before. This illusion is powerful because humans don't resist guidance. They resist force. If you feel free, you rarely question the path you're on. The brain learns through repetition. When an idea is repeated often enough, it stops feeling like an opinion and starts feeling like reality. Manipulation doesn't need strong arguments, it needs consistency. The same message, over and over, from different sources. Eventually, your brain stops asking, "Is this true?" and starts assuming, "Everyone knows this." That's when belief becomes automatic. The most uncomfortable truth is this: sometimes you manipulate yourself. You avoid information that challenges your beliefs. You justify decisions after making them. You create stories to protect your identity. Your brain prefers being consistent over being correct. So it edits reality to match who you think you are. And without noticing, you become both the manipulator and the manipulated. Manipulation loses power the moment it becomes visible. Not because it disappears, but because your brain slows down. You pause, you question, you create space between feeling and action. Awareness doesn't make you immune. It makes you less automatic. And that small pause is often enough to take your control back. Manipulation doesn't control weak minds. It works on human minds. Minds that want comfort, certainty, belonging. The question isn't whether manipulation exists. The real question is, how often do you stop and ask yourself why you feel the way you do? Because the more aware you become, the harder it is for anyone, even your own mind, to pull the strings. Emotion is the fastest doorway into the mind. Fear narrows attention. When you're afraid, your brain stops exploring options and focuses only on escape or safety. Guilt works differently. It makes you feel responsible for emotions that are not truly yours. And once responsibility appears, compliance often follows. Then there is hope. Hope is soft manipulation. It keeps you waiting, trusting, believing that something good is just around the corner. When emotion is activated, logic doesn't disappear. It simply arrives too late. The human brain is deeply social. We constantly look to others to decide what is normal, safe, or acceptable. If many people believe something, the brain assumes it must be true. This is called social proof. Authority makes this even stronger. A confident voice, a title, a uniform. Your brain often confuses confidence with correctness, and once authority speaks, doubt feels like rebellion. The brain learns through repetition. An idea heard once is questioned. An idea heard many times is accepted. Repetition doesn't convince you by logic. It convinces you by familiarity. Over time, repeated messages stop feeling like opinions and start feeling like facts. This is how beliefs are formed quietly, not through debate, but through exposure. Manipulation rarely feels aggressive. It feels smooth, reassuring, safe. Your brain prefers comfort over conflict, certainty over complexity. When someone gives you clear answers, clear enemies, clear goals, your brain relaxes. Even if the answers are wrong, certainty feels better than doubt. That comfort is what keeps manipulation alive. You don't escape manipulation by becoming paranoid. You escape it by slowing down, by noticing emotional reactions before acting on them, by asking simple questions. Why does this feel urgent? Who benefits from this choice? Manipulation loses strength when automatic reactions become conscious pauses. Before this video ends, take a moment. Think about the last strong emotion you felt today. Fear, guilt, excitement. Now ask yourself, did that feeling lead you to a decision? Awareness doesn't make you immune, it makes you present, and a present mind is much harder to quietly control. Before you move on with your day, try a small experiment. The next time something feels urgent, important, or emotionally charged, pause, not to reject it, just to notice it. Ask yourself, why does this feel so strong? What emotion is being touched right now? Would I feel the same way if I had more time? Manipulation depends on speed, on reactions that happen before reflection. But the human brain has a unique ability. It can observe itself, and in that observation, space appears. Space between emotion and action, between influence and choice. That space is small, but it is powerful, because the moment you see the strings, they begin to loosen. The human mind is not weak. It is simply human. And understanding how manipulation works is not about mistrust. It's about awareness. Because awareness doesn't take control away. It gives it back.